Alright, I wasn't planning to make this video because I recently finished my college finals, but I need to put this out there before it's too late. On February 22nd, 2019, Kamen Zio producer Shinichiro Shirakura was having an online discussions with fans on Twitter, so the Western fandom went up to ask him questions as well. To start, a fan asked producer Shirakura a question about how Kamen power-up forms are designated. After he replied with an answer, one Twitter user, Wei Win, also asked a question regarding Trinity. And this is the infamous response: "You're not supposed to know about Trinity." To give better context, while Kamen Zio was airing, fans were able to leak images from toy catalogs with images of Kamen Zio's new forms, which included Zio Trinity. However, achieving such images are illegal, and this fan pretty much told a toy exec that yeah, we somehow found out about the new forms that are coming into the show. What's worse, he is the big cheese of the Kamen franchise. Yeah, things were clearly not going well with the fandom in a complete meltdown of events. But yes, since then, there rarely has been any more Kamen toy catalogs that leak the form's aesthetics. This tweet is often a recurring meme amongst the fandom. However, what I want to talk is the truth with this meme and the overall aftermath of what happened ever since then, because believe me, it doesn't end well. First, let's talk about the person who started this firestorm, Wei Win. Now, let me repeat the complete timeline of events. Wei specifically tweeted the words along the line of, "What about Trinity?" Not Zio Trinity, just Trinity. Although it is obvious what he was saying was specifically Zio Trinity, Zio is not the only writer to have a form named Trinity. But even then, Wei did not escalate the situation any worse by continuing the conversation. The person that did escalate the situation far worse, however, was another Twitter user, Ichazazil. He was the one who posted images of the Zio Trinity catalog scan, which we have established is an illegal scan to post publicly. Furthermore, it didn't take long for other Twitter users to also post the catalog scan. We will be talking more about Ichazazil very shortly, but I want to talk about Wei here. Look, Wei Wen is a good acquaintance of mine, and without trying to sound too biased in his favor, I would like to say this delicately and listen closely. What Wei posted on Twitter to Shirakura was irresponsible and a completely bad move. However, I do recognize that it appeared to be an accident and he did regret his actions, and also it's made clear that he could not take back what was said. What Wei posted on Twitter was wrong, but I am able to confirm that he takes full responsibility for what he did and was not the one who escalated the situation far worse. As for Ichazazil, during that time, he did get defensive and arrogant ever since the Trinity debacle. What also didn't help his reputation much was that he kept promoting his podcast even though it looked like he was taking advantage of the attention he was getting. But over the years, he did admit that he did realize how he acted was wrong and did regret his actions. When it comes to listening to their apologies, there are two options to take. 1. Accept their apologies and forgive them. 2. You don't have to believe their apologies, but move on elsewhere in your everyday life. I'm not saying you should believe their apologies, but rather know that they did admit screwing up and seek to continue their everyday lives online. However, some opt to take the third option. 3. Harass and attack them for their past mistakes. This is clearly apparent with cancel culture, people digging up past tweaks and bringing them back into the present. What they did on Twitter was wrong, but at the same time, they have clearly matured and knew from right and wrong. It doesn't make them bad people today, and honestly, things spiraled out of control with Wei since his post was an accident and was not out of malicious intent. I could even slightly argue about Ichazazil. The reason I made this video is not to tell everyone to forgive them, but to tell everyone to stop harassing and spreading false gossip at them over tweets that are 3 years old. They were both driven out of social media because of this, and I cannot stand watching these two still get bullied like this. Whoever is still harassing Wei over this tweet should be ashamed of themselves for attacking him over a simple mistake. And another thing, I must strongly urge to please don't attack those who harass Wei and Ichi. Their haters were simply misinformed and did not realize their side of the story. If you're one of those who acted negatively towards Wei, what you're doing is not justice, it's outright bullying. I don't want their haters to receive retribution for what they did, and I'm sure Wei doesn't wish that as well. For those who are currently harassing Wei, just say sorry and maybe you will be forgiven. That is all I can say about the Trinity debacle. In the end, This community doesn't need to be this toxic.